The TVS Ntorq 125 has been out for about 7 years now, and it's gone on to become a sensation in our market, one of India's most popular scooters. Well, today is exciting because we get a new Ntorq 150. This is the scooter, and while it is a new product with a bigger engine, it also has a few similarities to the Ntorq 125, and we're going to give you a walk around video today. No opinions, that video comes out very soon after, but today is going to show you what's different visually. I'll tell you what's different with the engine and the chassis, and let's begin with the looks. The big change is definitely up front. There's this very stylish new headlamp. It's an LED projector headlamp. I think the outer is high beam and the inner is low beam, or I may have mixed that up, but this headlamp is standard across the range. You've also got these new DRLs out here that are reminiscent of the Ntorq, with that sort of boomerang shape out there. And of course, this is a new vehicle in 2025, so we must have aerodynamics, and that's where you have little winglets baked in here. And TVS tells us that these winglets were actually designed using CFD, and there are real aero shapes. It is a bit of an aerofoil. It's not just visual. Whether it's actually functional or not, who knows, but that's an element of the design. Also complementing that design is this new large side panel up front, and this panel and the front panel alone give this scooter a very different sense of identity. It's also lost that typical cowl that you have up front. It's now more of a naked handlebar out here. So if you come around, you'll get a sense of what it looks like from the rider's point of view. This is a wider handlebar than the Ntorq 125. And there are two variants. Since you're looking at it, the big difference between the variants is the screen. This display comes off the Ntorq 125, the top spec XT connected edition. It has a small TFT display and an LCD out here. And this also gets different switch gear compared to the Ntorq 125 with a little trigger style pass splice switch. If you want to see what the high spec model gives you, we just move over to this side. The main difference is that this has a full 5-inch TFT. They say they've designed it to look like a gaming console, whatever that means. But this gives you the display and a huge bunch of connected features. In fact, I have the brochure here with me, a little pamphlet. These are the specifications right here, and this whole sheet is connected features. That is how much stuff TVS is giving you with this. They've picked this up from the X electric scooter and other products, so they're really offering you that connected experience. The top model gets very nice looking switchgear. This comes off things like the RTR 310 and the TVS X electric scooter. It's also got really nice levers. These are 3-step adjustable levers. They're nicely finished. It's a nice brushed finish out here, a good finish for the front brake master cylinder. And another really nice thing is that there's a brake lock clasp on the side. Further down, you've got a cubby out here with a little drain hole in there so that if water fills in there, it shouldn't be a problem. Key slot out here, there's no fancy wireless keyless system. And you have the floorboard. Now, if you come over this side, I'll be able to show you what the riding position is like. Yeah. So it's not a super spacious floorboard. I don't think you're going to be able to fit a gas cylinder in there, but plenty of room even if you have big feet. And the seating position is very familiar because this is based on the Ntorq 125 platform. That's a good segue over there because underneath this is effectively a tweaked version of the Ntorq 125 platform. It's the same 12-inch wheels at both ends, the same brakes, the same tires. The suspension has been tweaked slightly. They say a little more stiffness on the damping, a little more on the spring rate. The Ntorq 125 has always been very soft and plush and comfortable. Does this keep that identity? We'll tell you in the full review. We did stop halfway talking about the visual element of this motorcycle, so let's get back to that. Over at the side, things are more familiar, I would say. This is more identifiable as TVS Ntorq. The panels are different, but it is more visually identifiable. And the tail section gets a new LED design for the brake clamps, but again it is quite familiar with the vents out there and a similar looking exhaust. If you come over to this side, you'll see it has been redesigned but similar to the Ntorq, and it also has that red color engine air cooling fan right over there. That is effectively the Ntorq 125 visually, mechanically. Now let's talk about the engine. This is a bored and stroked out version of the 125cc engine. Again, it's based on the 125cc platform, but TVS tells us that there are improvements in NVH, there are improvements in cooling, and they're claiming some pretty nice performance figures. It's 13.2 horsepower and 14.2 Nm of torque when you have the iGo assist, which is something we've seen on the Jupiter as well and on the Raider, which is basically a small assist, power assist coming from what their mild hybrid system is. That assist is about 0.7 nm. It's available to you 2 times before it needs to recharge, and it takes about a couple of minutes to recharge. You will get that assist when you whack the throttle open. It's something we've seen in the Jupiter already. So with figures like that, it's actually, I think, slightly more powerful than the SR 175, and torque is slightly higher than the Aerox 155. So these are really good numbers. And this is not a heavy scooter. It's 115 kilos, which is 3, 4, 5 kilos over the 125 Ntorq. So this should be fun to ride. The Ntorq 125 has always been great fun to ride. How much? Look out for our full review that's going to come out very soon. That is the walk around of the Ntorq 150 for now. I don't have the price as of this moment, but we will put a little detail out there on what the base version costs and what the top spec variant will set you back. That's it for now. Look out for our full review.